Like, what are those? I love those because we're kind of the same height, you know, normally like, and I'm like, you know, I love that like right at the ankle because it's either that or they're so skinny. So I love those.
They're perfect
and I love
shoes.
a stretchy pant, just like you want a stretchy bra.
Was it Nacho Libre? What was the movie where he's like, these are my stretchy pants?
Okay. Oh, no, yes, it was. Well, I love that you said that's a great way because to segue to the Ahh Bra.
The stretchy bra.
You want the stretchy bra.
Let's
you
get
do
the
not
stretchy
want
bra.
you don't want the ones that are the ones we're ripping off anymore. This is the original.
Let's talk the OG. This is the Rhonda Shear seamless Ahh Bra. Not a tag in sight, not a seam in sight, not an underwire anywhere. Let's not be Beyonce at the Grammys with our underwire sticking out. I still can't believe that happened. By the way, she wasn't the only one. I saw more after this.
Oh, yeah.
People are done with the fussing and the mussing. We want some support. Sometimes it even feels better just to wear one at night instead of wearing nothing. Of course, you can wear two and double up that support. Here's what we have available for you. And I'm going to go a little fast and furious because people are already buying these like crazy.
Yeah.
They wait for this deal and then they
This
pounce.
is amazing.
And usually it's not on 5 Flex. So when you get all 5 of these home, it will be, I mean, we're looking at like $1.20 a piece on Flex. So here is the 5 in the all black. And here is, excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong.
No, it's espresso.
I want to correct myself. It was about $1.60 each on Flex. I need to be honest. Okay, so $1.60. I had the wrong math. Here's the all black. Here is what we're calling espresso. Here is the mahogany, the sienna, and the beige. And you'll see those are all 4 different skin tones, but don't worry about having to be matchy-matchy with your exact skin tone.
No.
If there's a color that you like that you're gravitating towards, go for it. In fact, usually people say to wear a darker nude tone under white, and then that actually will disguise the bra better than your exact skin tone or a little lighter.
100%.
So always, when in doubt, go a little darker. And then we have the white as your last of your 5 packs. We have sizes extra small, 2, 3X available. And remember, our Flex being $8.99, you'll ship all 5 right away. This changed everything.
I love them when I have hearing it when you hear the new stories that you said that when you felt this because you were when you first started you had your child still breastfeeding and you realize what it feels like because that's a time in your life that your body goes up and down. I'm in the time of my life and I'm 13-year-old twin daughter, so I've worn these for a long time. But my chest is changing, my body is changing. So when Rhonda left Hollywood after 20 years, she was in her 40s, and she said, there is something better out there. I don't know what my bust size is. Every day it changes, every week it changes. I don't know. I need to find something that is going to support the girls, make me not have to run out and be expensive and feel uncomfortable. So this is where really she found seamless. She had a little swatch. I wish we were looking through the archives to find it. It was a little swatch and she said, this is seamless. I think this will do what I have. So really she put this on the map. It was a tiny little manufacturer out of Canada. She started seamless. So she truly did. And I was mentioning to Rebecca earlier, there's still the biggest seamless manufacturer out of Turkey that does all seamless, every brand you can think of, seamless, which is a Santoni machine, no hook and eyes, no underwire. Every board meeting, Rhonda's still at the top.
Wow.
As the epitome of sales. So 80 million sold in 35 countries. That's why we still sell these. We listened. That's why you get a 5-pack because we wear them all the time. I truly have worn this.
We'd buy a 10-pack if you gave it to us.
If you give us a 10-pack. Oh, because
there is
that
no
means
limit.
that's less laundry for my husband. He's like, yes, less laundry for me to do, more bras.
And don't even worry about the size. If you have your favorite t-shirt, grab it in that size. So I'm 100%. A medium, but I also own some large. I also own some small.
Correct.
And it kind of depends on how I want the girls to look. Is what size I wear.
I love that you said that because I will go, I'm a true measurement large, but I do enjoy when I sleep, I like them to be a little bit more secured and lifted. I call this my anti-sag. So I go down a size. So you can go up and down, but that's what it is. That's why when we're talking about stretchy jeans, we talk about stretching our shoes, the slip-ons. Why in the world would we ever wear a bra like we used to that was down to the inch? Because that's what makes everything different. That's what Rhonda set this about. And when you have, this is that single layer. So this is your leisure. It's gonna give you that relaxed look. It's still gonna lift the girls up. So I've seen so many competitors on social media that show the visual of very dragging breasts, and then you put on one of these and they lift. That's truly what it will do. But if you want a little more support, all you do is step into a double.
Yep. do two of them
Just
at once.
two. I mean-
If I'm going into the office, I'll wear two. If I'm at home, I'm wearing
Correct,
one.
yeah.
And that's really how
Just
I
depends
operate.
on your activity.
Exactly. You're seeing Brooke right now. She's wearing the espresso in the medium size, excuse me, the small size, I believe. And Mara is wearing the black in the medium, and our extra small is with a color called beige. And you're going to see that on Sonia. But remember, it's really about shopping the top, shopping your shirt size, not the size that you're used to. If you do get it home and you go, I wish it had a little bit more support, again, we'll pay for that shipping to ship you the size that you prefer if you want the size down. But here's the thing that I've noticed. You never end up saying, I wish I didn't get this one. You say, I'm gonna keep this one for this reason, and then I'm gonna get a different one for the other reason. And it's the very first thing, hand to God, that Debbie told me. My very first time where I was coming in and she was my mentor and I was watching her do the list every night, she leans in and she goes to me, get yourself an Ahh Bra. Get yourself a few. Get yourself a few. You can't do the job without them. You can't do life without them.
You can't do life without them.
This is the initiation here at HSN. It wasn't, we have tens of thousands of products.
Oh my goodness,
And the very first thing told to me by the insider of fashion herself was get yourself your Ahh Bras now. So this is your chance to get yourself an Ahh Bra, but a 5-pack at the deal that everyone waits for $8.99 flex. If you wait a day or two, the flex pay will go back to 2 or 3, and now it'll be $20 or so to get this shipped to you if our sale is also still on. So think about what $8.99 can get you. Can it get you 5 bras sent to you right away?
And I mean, we were talking earlier, like this is not even what you could get at the copycats. We buy them all, we wash them, they fray. There's a boutique that Debbie always says that she's like, she loves to go and just check in. $37 a piece when they get. We sell this on our website for $17. Like this is an exceptional value to get a bra. But when you have never, maybe this is your first time seeing an Ahh Bra. I mean, 80 million sold in 35 countries. It's the easiest process. Just shop your top. But what you're getting is a seamless bra, truly seamless. You're going to have the tension that's woven in. No underwire. You have that wide band that is going to give you that support. You're going to have the separation. When you get this home, you'll see you have a little nest for your breasts. Your body makes that shape. It makes the shape. So no one is symmetrical on both sides. So you make your own shape. So then you go to the sides. When you get it home, you'll see there's a little bit of a gradation of texture. Still soft, buttery, smooth. It's still that same knitting of the yarns, but you get a little bit more tension here. So you can see it's gonna give you that projection. It's gonna give you that lift. Then you have the wide sides. And right here, this is something that's super important to Rhonda and I right here. No matter what age you are, what shape you are, what size you are, you don't want anything to cut. A lot of bras cut here. That's why you get that bra bulge. So, and the same with the sides. You come around and usually they get really narrow here, and that's why you have that spillage. It might fit perfect in the front, but as you go around, no one's looking at your back. Everyone, when you go to get those bra fittings, they're just like, yep, they hold the girls in the front, but no one turns around and says, oh my goodness, you have lumps and bumps in the back. The hook and eye is, it will eventually, you bend forward, it cuts in. Your straps are digging, all those things. They just worry about the cup. And you have so much, everything's smoothed out. That's really, this is 360 smoothing, and you have all this. And I will tell you, I've worn this since Rhonda first came here 22 years ago. I've been part of an HSN family for 25 years, like 24 years. So I wore this even before I knew Rhonda, like before I knew her, like truly knew her. I bonded with her at a Diane Galeman Christmas party over Chihuahuas, because we both have Chihuahuas. And I said, I live in this. I just had kids. And after I had my twins, it just so happened that life changed and I needed to be more present at home. And I just got to be able to go on the other side and work with her. But this is something that has always been my favorite thing in the world. So to be able to come on this side, and now my daughters wear this, my mom, my grandmother, my aunt, everyone in my family, it's generational now.
It is. I definitely, I invited my sister into this world.
Yes, I love that you always have it.
And I remember when, we had our lockdown, and I always thought that there was 2 different sides, and they were the only 2 things that you could have. You either had the uncomfortable ones that restricted you, or they were the sexy bras, or whatever they were. I went to the point where it was either they were for looking, kind of sexy by themselves, themselves, and then when that stopped
Yes,
being my
exactly.
life, it was like maybe they're a little bit more support. Or
And they get put to the back and they fall behind the thing.
And then there was sports bras.
Yes.
And you can't pay me to exercise. Well, I guess you could. You'd have to pay me to
Yes,
exercise.
oh,
That's what I should
yes,
say.
please.
So I stopped wearing sports bras. I can't even get them over my head anymore. They're so constricting.
We get caught up, and I think like my
was the
shoulder
only two
freezes.
things. I didn't realize that there was a whole
There's a
third
whole life
end to
in
to the triangle. That's not about exercise, and it's not about, you know, how cute and perky and uncomfortable. It is truly created by a woman for women, not at the purpose of how much money can I make off of each bra. It's truly about how can I free myself from all of those constrictions, the underwires, the hook and eyes, the thin straps, the straps that were going into your shoulder, the thin part here that had the spillage in front, the lack of adjustability in your cup size, as we are all a little bit different and none of us fit exactly right, the separation in the front, so we didn't have the, and excuse the term, but I've heard you use it, the uniboob, which
Or
I don't
the Tootsie
really...
Roll.
Oh,
Some people call it Tootsie Roll.
Okay, I don't mind having
I
whatever.
heard it the other day.
No
That it's a Tootsie
spillage.
Roll. It's like
no spillage, and now you'll have all 5. Completely refreshing the wardrobe. You will be wearing them every day. And that's when I learned, wait, there's a whole different genre of support.
I love
that makes it more, yes, it's more comfortable at night. It makes it more reasonable during the day. You're not sighing a sigh of, oh, so I just have to resign myself.
Look at that, you got
yes,
and that's how it got to be
It's not the
It truly
resign
is.
sigh, it's the relief sigh. And that was the whole world that I discovered in around 2020, because I had to find something that I could be around the house in every day that wasn't about exercising or going out in the world. And that's when I discovered seamless bras. Now, full disclosure, at that point, I wasn't buying Rhonda Shear. I hadn't yet started here at HSN.
Yeah, exactly.
I was purchasing these for easily $30, $40 per bra. And then I was like, okay, this one doesn't work. I'd have to go and return that one. Or this one worked, now the returns aren't there. Now that company's not even in existence anymore. I can't return that one. I became so obsessed with finding the exact right one. I had my girlfriend Kristen text me. She goes, are you still on that bra search? Have you decided which ones are the best? Which ones can we do?
It's a journey that so many women do.
Now I'm telling you, you're going to be able to get that full stretch, the full coverage, not spilling when you lean forward, not going to take the clothes out of the dryer when you come out, something else came out.
Or getting poked by the underwear.
None of that. This is just relief. And it's a release from all of those other constrictions at a price that is less than $2 a bra to get shipped to you right now. Nowhere else, no big box store, no stores at the end of the mall are going to let you pay 20% for your purchase and then let you take it home that day. And I know we have $350 shipping and handling. We're still $50 less than what you would be grabbing if you went to Rhonda's site. So this is going to be a pack of 5 black. A lot of people are grabbing the ones in the nude colors, but don't forget about that black color, because if you're ever wearing black, or you think it might be poking out, black can look super chic, and it is a true black. It's not a grin through, this is your black. Next, we have the espresso. This is the deepest of our more skin tone colors. It's also a very fashion forward color, and remember, you don't have to be super matchy, but when in doubt, go a shade lower, a shade deeper and darker than your natural shade. Here is the mahogany, really beautiful color there. This is the sienna. Now, if I remember correctly, the espresso was your newest color.
Yes,
it's usually very limited, so if you
it
love
is.
that one, I would move quickly. Then we have beige, always very popular. And last but not least is the white. This is a rhetorical question, Jamie.
Yeah.
Can you have too many of them?
No, you
Thank
can't.
you.
No, you really can't, because I somehow, because I need them, and there's still times when I'm packing for a trip, and obviously I have access to so many of them. I always need more. Like, it's just, they're always at my ready. They're always there. That's truly why this happened, because they're worn daily by, if my mother is a nurse, she wears them under her scrubs. You wear them, because I can attest, for over 20 years, since she started this seamless collection, and I've worked here, I wore these, and I call them my anti-sag. I do not come home or after my shower, sleep without this. I'm never not, like sometimes I wear like the double layer, or I wear the hook and eye and things that we have, or the molded cups. But every night, there's not one time, and I have all these, I love social media when they pop up old pictures. You always see my straps out. I'm always in an Ahh Bra, so I have to get those pictures and get them to you so you can see.
I love that.
Because I used to always like rock the off the shoulder top, because it was cute, and I would cut t-shirts up, and that's kind of, and now it's in fashion now. But every time I keep finding these, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's my little bear in like the hooded towel, and there's my blue Ahh Bra.
It was
like
always meant to be.
It was always meant to be, yes.
I hope you are able to bring a multi in the Ahh Bras because we have a multi in the briefs here.
Oh, that would be
It is a
great,
5-pack. If you're gonna get the top, I definitely recommend getting the bottom.